Am I the asshole for telling my neighbor that his wife is cheating on him? So female have lived next to this couple for a few years now. They seem like nice people. Let's call them Sarah and Mike. Mike travels for work a lot. Sometimes he's gone for days at a time. And that's when I started noticing something strange. Lately, almost every time Mike leaves, there's this other guy that comes over to their house. At first, I thought maybe it was a relative or a friend, but it didn't take long before I realized something was off. I'd see him pulling up shortly after Mike leaves, staying late or sometimes even spending the night. And the way they greet each other, you can just tell. They're not just friends, if you know what I mean. This has been going on for months, and honestly, it's been driving me crazy. I know it's not my business, but I've been cheated on before, and the thought of Mike being completely unaware that his wife's sneaking around with another guy just made me feel sick. I kept trying to tell myself to stay out of it. I mean, who am I to get involved, right? But every time I'd see that guy show up, I'd feel more and more guilty. It wasn't like they were hiding it well either. Lights on, curtains wide open, they didn't seem to care who saw. Finally, a couple of weeks ago, I couldn't take it anymore. Mike was out of town again and, sure enough, the other guy came by. I grabbed my phone and snapped a couple of pictures of him walking into the house. I felt gross doing it, but I figured if I was going to say something, I needed proof. When Mike got back from his trip, I caught him outside one day and told him I needed to talk. I told him what I'd been seeing and showed him the pictures. I didn't go into too much detail, just enough so he knew what was going on. He didn't say much, but I could tell he was in shock. He just thanked me and walked away. A few moments later, I saw them having a huge fight in the driveway. It was really uncomfortable to watch, and now everything feels super awkward. The guy hasn't been back, at least not that I've noticed, but the vibe between them is definitely off. Now I'm feeling really conflicted. Part of me feels like I did the right thing by telling Mike, but another part of me feels like I should have kept my nose out of it. Their marriage was none of my business, and maybe I just made everything worse by getting involved. So, am I the asshole for exposing my neighbor's affair to her husband?